Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name is Emily. I love DIY projects, thrifting, furniture flips, and really all things crafting. Today's video is a furniture makeover. So I have this small buffet that my mom gave me. It's been in my family for a while, and my husband and we use it for like our bar area, our liquor area, and I've been wanting to update it to fit our home for a while now. I just wasn't really sure what I wanted to do. Well, I finally decided that I wanted to kind of bring it back, like age it a little bit, kind of make it look more vintage and more like that raw wood look. So that was my intention. And I will give a disclaimer, this video takes a couple different turns with what I end up doing with it, but I really hope you all enjoy it, and let's get started. All right, so today's gonna be a little bit different of a venue. So my husband and I are headed down to our friend's house right now. The guys are gonna be doing some electrical work, and us girls who like to flip furniture, we each have a piece. So she's gonna be working on something, and I'm gonna bring this buffet down, and I'm gonna use orange stripper for the first time. I'm super excited. Let's go down there and get started. I'm gonna give you guys a heads up that this takes a couple different turns. So I start out by putting the citrus strip on a small corner of the one of the back legs because I've never used it before. So it worked perfectly fine. So that's when I decided to start with the top here. I will say that you're going to want to add a lot more than I'm adding to this. You want a good healthy coat to your piece of furniture. So I'm just using a chip brush that I'm going to throw away. I am giving an entire coat over the top here, and I'm going to let it sit. I think you let it sit for 30 minutes, like minimum, and it'll start to kind of like bubble, or like stuff will start separating. So I did it the first time and it was looking like this. And then I took this scraper, a plastic scraper. Make sure you use a plastic scraper, not a metal one, so you don't damage your furniture. And you can see that like the top coat and some of the stain is starting to come off. It's disgusting, but it's like oddly satisfying at the same time. So my friend, she kept coming in and checking on me because she's used this before, and I haven't. So for the second coat, what I did was I did the same thing where I do a healthy layer. Well, I should say the second time I end up doing a healthier amount of the citrus strip, and then I put saran wrap on top of it. So you can see here I'm wrapping the saran wrap. It kind of like seals it in, like the process, or the chemicals, it like seals it in, like helps the process work from what I understand. It probably didn't help that being here in Florida in the middle of summer, I mean, things were drying at such a fast rate. So I don't know if that has anything to do with it either, but it was working out. It wasn't working out well. You can see that after the second coat, you can start to see, all of the like the clear top or the varnish or whatever, everything's starting to come off. But I realized that it would probably take a couple more, coats of me doing it, and then I still would have to sand it down to get back like to the raw wood. And I honestly wasn't really digging that the more I thought about it. So about that time, this time here is when I decide to kind of change my plan of action. So I end up doing the stripper on these two legs and this side. And then I'm like, you know what? I'm going to try my easy off method because I know how that works, and I really like the end result of it because it like ages the wood and brings it back to that natural wood. So that is what I did on the top, and I think I only end up doing one round of the easy off because I already did 2 rounds of the stripper. So if you haven't done the easy off before, you spray the easy off on, you let it sit for, I think I let it sit for like 20 minutes or so. And then I'm taking a brush with some water and I'm scrubbing it off. So I don't know if I would use this hose again, but it was super close to me and it was like the fastest thing I could think of because the Florida heat, like I said, was just drying everything so fast. So I did the easy off on this side that you're looking at as well as the top. And like I said before, both of those had 2 rounds of the orange stripper or the citrus strip and then the easy off. And I was absolutely loving how that was turning out. So I decided to do that on the that other side with the saran wrap. So I'm getting I did the 2 coats of the citrus strip and then I did the easy off. Well, at that point, my husband and we ended up going back home. So I was like, I'll just do the easy off on the doors when I get home. So that's what you're seeing here. We brought it back home and all of the wood here at this point is dry. And like I said, I love how it was turning out. So I'm doing the easy off on the doors and I honestly cannot remember. Oh, that's right. I did not get to do the easy off at my friend's house. I just did the citrus strip on this side. So this is what I'm doing, the easy off on the sides that I hadn't done yet. And I brought it inside so that it had plenty of time to dry properly without the Florida heat like affecting it. And here you can see that it raised the top of this piece and only on the top, it wasn't on the sides. So I took a 320 grit sandpaper and I am just sanding it as smooth as possible. I did not want to use an orbital sander or anything to the top because I knew it was going to change the look of it completely. Because this is after it has dried fully and I love how everything has dried and how raw it's looking, except for, you can see right there. And I do not know why it's so much more discolored. I think I may try one more round of the easy off right there, just there. And while that's going, I'm going to probably start waxing at least the sides and the top of it. Because I love how every other part of it looks. So I'm going to give that a shot. I'm going to be using the Dixie Belle Best Stain Clear Wax for this entire piece, and I really am happy with this product, and I would highly recommend it to anyone that is wanting to try out a wax. I first started using the wax with this. It was just like a scrap, like an old shirt that I cut up, and I realized it was gonna take me forever to do it that way. So I grabbed a old wax brush that I got from Walmart a while ago, and that worked so much better and so much faster. So when I apply the wax, I am trying to go in as circular of a motion as possible. I have it kind of sped up, so like on the top and on the sides, I'm really trying to go in a circular motion to like work it in really well. And you're supposed to, like let it sit for 15 minutes and then like buff it out. Well, I didn't do that, and the wax like was perfect on it. Like there's no like residue look on it or anything. So I didn't end up buffing it. And it worked out fine. But it like richened up that wood so much, and I'm really happy with it. So the inside of this buffet was a disaster, and I really did not want to sand it. So I found these at Dollar Tree, and they're like the, peel and stick removable kind of wallpaper. So I grabbed a couple of them and I was like, I'll give it a shot. So I cleaned the inside of the buffet really well and I let it dry. And then what I ended up doing was I used 2 full sheets of this and I lined them up, and I started with just, I peeled back, just a little bit on the end so I could get it fixed onto the piece. And then I used my scraper tool to slowly scrape it on so I didn't have any bubbles and everything was straight, and it worked perfect. It was super easy to apply. And so I did that. 2 full sheets, worked on the front part of the buffet, and then I had a little bit in the back. You can see there's that little bit of a gap. So I just used my scissors and I ended up cutting it. It worked out perfect, and I just did the same thing where I just attach the first, like little bit, and then with my scraper tool, I smooth it out. And then from there, I was kind of content with leaving it as it was. And then the more I looked at it, I was like, I feel like this looks unfinished and kind of sloppy. So I decided to paint the inside. And at first I was just going to do the doors and the very front strip that didn't have the wallpaper, but then I ended up just painting the entire inside. So this project took me a little bit longer than I had planned, but it was worth taking the extra necessary steps to make it a finished piece. So I am using Midnight Sky chalk paint by Dixie Belle. I used this on a couple other furniture pieces and love, love, love it. So I use it for the entire inside. And I liked using the black because it kind of had that masculine look on the inside, which is, I don't know. I mean, my husband and I both use the liquor cabinet, so I was like, oh, well, I'll make the inside look a little bit more masculine since the outside is more of what I'm looking for in this piece. And to be honest, my husband doesn't really care about this piece. So he was just like, do whatever you want. So that's why I ended up doing black. Originally, I was going to do a black wash on this, but I didn't. I've been trying to figure out what to do with the handles. I originally spray painted the original ones black, which I liked. It went with the black of the sofa table, but I thought it was kind of a little too small, and I wanted to see what else there was. So I went to Hobby Lobby and I came across these. I thought that it was perfect for this specific piece. It has that antique look to it. So I thought it went with this so much better than if I went with like a black hardware. So I'm going to put these on here and see how it looks. They were, what was it? They're originally $6.99 and I got them for 50% off. So I'm going to attach them and step back and see how it looks. I just wanted to say that yes, I know that the right door is slightly crooked. I cannot figure out why it's crooked because it's flush on the side and it lines up with the on the bottom with the other door. I cannot figure it out, and I'm okay with it because I'm not trying to resell it. It is staying with me. It is a little bit annoying every time I look at it, but I cannot figure it out. And yeah, I just wanted to let you all know that. I hope you guys enjoyed that furniture makeover. Like I said, it kind of took a couple different turns, but in the end, the outside looked exactly like what I had in my head. So I am super, super happy with how it turned out. The inside, I'm actually really digging now too, the longer that we've been using it. And when I open it up, I'm like, it looks fresh in there. The black just complements the vibe that's going on the inside. And so far, that contact paper or wallpaper from the Dollar Tree has worked perfect. We've had it for a couple weeks now. Not that, you know, there's any spills going on or anything, but it has held up great. There's been no issues. So I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Please let me know what you think in the comments. Let me know if you like furniture makeovers or you're more into like the thrift flips or DIY projects or crafting videos. I definitely want to know what you guys are interested in. So please let me know. Please give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Please consider subscribing and I will see you on the next video. Bye. And Tuck says bye too. Bye.